How do you go about correcting 20 turnovers?
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a rare thing. I really don't know if we've ever had that. Even in games where we've seen pressure and in the against some of the best teams in college hoops, I don't think we've ever been anywhere close to that. So, we had a good day yesterday, we thought, and just I think it's, I don't want to be insulting to Elon, but a fair amount of them felt unforced. Now naturally there's game pressure that exists, but it's just such a unique thing for us. So we've talked about it. We worked hard yesterday, and hopefully it's just a blip and doesn't happen again. But we'll certainly be looking for it closely.
Unique, having a little diversity. It's been a good season
Yeah.
at this point. How do you think the guys handle a setback and responding for tomorrow?
Yeah, like I said, we had a really good day yesterday. We asked a lot of them. We were together a lot. And really just tried to talk about, winning and losing games is very hard, and losing a game and things didn't go your way, or, you couldn't defend them, or you couldn't make a shot is one thing. But for us, just a very different way to lose, in that we just didn't get enough opportunities at the basket. We shot the ball well. We felt we defended well. But we just had too many turnovers. So I think they have it in them to respond well, and hopefully we'll be able to show that tomorrow.
AP's performance, one of his better ones since he's been here. How would you evaluate him?
I thought AP was great. I think he was, one of the guys who just played a great game, both sides of the court for the entire game. And I think that, I think he has been playing well and practicing well, and I think that game for him was great. He really gives us such an advantage defensively because he can defend multiple positions. He can defend guys on the perimeter. He steals the ball a little bit. He's a good defensive rebounder. So that really helps us and makes us that much more effective defensively. And, I think he needs to play more and more, and his contribution should continue to be high.
Approach to tomorrow, Chris. I mean, obviously you want to bounce back from the loss, but I'm sure the guys are excited to get away for a few days. How much do you got to have to frame the game comes before the break?
Yeah. Well, I think that you do, Bob. I think this is a little bit early in the calendar. So we've had times, I think we played on the 23rd maybe. So it's a little bit earlier, and we just finished finals. So I think there's some excitement for that. But yeah, I mean, I think that this is something that you deal with every year, just making sure that the change of scenery will be nice, and being home for Christmas will be great. But we have work to do, and we want to make sure, hopefully our overall energy, which has been a strength of ours, the depth of the team, of how many guys are playing, I hope that will be an asset for us as well.
There's 2 games left before conference play. What, in your mind, whether quantifiable or not, needs to happen in those 2 games to make you say, I know these guys are ready for that competition?
Yeah, I think, I would say it has more to do with not necessarily something tangible like percentage or number of points, just making sure our energy is really high. This is something that we've always been proud of, but this has really been a tremendous strength of ours. And as the season goes on, does that tend to wane a little bit? And we just want to make sure that the energy is really high. The energy on the bench, the energy in the huddles, the energy at practice, just make sure that's really high, and that's as much of a habit of anything. And I think these guys have it in them to do that, but that's something that we need to constantly remind them of, and make sure that that's a strength of ours to really pour into that.
How have you guys gone about trying to correct what went wrong at
Yeah, actually, we had a plan yesterday. We had a lot of practice. We did a lot of practice, and we also watched a lot of film to see our mistakes, because the 20 turnovers is something that it's unacceptable. So we watch a lot of film, and we're trying to find the reason behind these turnovers.
So what do you think? Why do you think that happened to a team that doesn't normally turn the ball over like that?
I feel like it's something more mental. We can say it's the preparation for the 2 days wasn't so sharp, and we can say that our mental toughness wasn't there at the moment. And one mistake brings another, so we weren't ready for that game to be able to compete in that intensity that every away game has.
You guys are still having a good season despite that. I mean, it's 9-2.
Yeah.
How do you make sure that game doesn't kind of snowball or ruin what you've done to this point with just a couple of more games for full conference?
Yeah, I mean, it's the practice. I think everything starts from practice, and I feel like we attacked yesterday, we're going to attack tomorrow as well, and I feel like Saturday is a great opportunity to be great and to be able to have the great season we want to have.
Last one from me, then you guys can go. How did you feel about your individual performance Wednesday? I mean, I think it's the most minutes you've played in a while. Did you kind of feel that you were getting lots of quality minutes and the things you were doing on the court?
I feel like at the moment you can't really understand how many minutes you're playing, but I would say like I feel like our team is great and people can find me, I can find them, and as long as I can help the team like in defense, in offense, it's a great opportunity for me to be there.
As far as the Citadel's team, like, have you guys, I mean, obviously you probably watched some film already, but what do you kind of know about them and what's kind of the game plan, like plan of attack, I guess, going in?
Well, it's college basketball, so as you know, it's like we watched the game before and they lost by 4 points from Charleston, if I'm right. So it's a really good team and we need to be really prepared for every single guy. So we're gonna see how it goes today. We're gonna be able to we wanna execute our offense, and we're gonna see what's the difference of the other team. So I think we're gonna execute on the plan, and we're gonna be great for the Saturday game.
Where do the blocks come from, AP? That seems like a new thing this year.
That's a great question. I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like my main goal and my main plan for this year is like to go and attack every game, and I feel like that's defensively. So I mean, like I'm going into a game thinking about how can I get more stops for my team. So the block is just natural, like it just happens. So I don't know how it goes, but it's really good for the team. So it helps a lot.
Yourself aside, I'm sure the guys are excited to get out of here for a few days on the other side of the Citadel. How much have you talked about it? How do you make sure that, hey, the game comes first before we get to a Christmas?
Yeah, I feel like that's the turning point, and also it's every player wants to go home, but the thing is that we need to finish that week strong, and I feel like by winning that game, it's going to give us the joy and the opportunity to enjoy Christmas. Because if we lose, no one wants to lose, and losing that game and going back home, I don't know if any player from the team wants that feeling.